Part 2. Support me as a husband and a friend. Believe in where I'm coming from. And talk about your problems and don't hide anything from me. She agreed to that, but she didn't do it. She had all kind of hidden agendas. Talking about the Illuminati is after her. She did some stuff in Hollywood that was out of order or whatever, and they after her. And you know, she told about tragic stuff such as being drugged and raped, and which was very cruel. And then she was abused as a child. And that was, oh, you know, I've been abused as a child, so I can understand that. So I was relating to that. And then she goes on to say that, you know, she had post-traumatic stress. Now, I just got out of a relationship with a woman that had post-traumatic stress from having babies. Nothing else. I took care of her. I was there for her 24/7. Never left her or the children alone, not one time throughout the time that we was married. And I helped her along the way. She just didn't want to have babies, and she had her own feelings about the whole scenario. So I couldn't control or make her be different because she didn't want to be different. I couldn't make her change her mind. So if that was her interpretation of post-traumatic stress, then so be it. That's what it was. So I had to let it go. And, you know, we got to the level that she wasn't respecting or working with me no more. So she went on and got her own place, got her job and everything, and now I'm full-time working with the children. That's one of the reasons why it's imperative that we establish a basic in the beginning of the relationship, what we need to do. We don't have enough time on this planet to do the things that need to be done. And the fact that we have to go through all kind of ridiculous verbal foreplay to get to the stage that we need to get to is ridiculous. But nevertheless, the situation is what it is. So here I am trying to explain what I'm going through, why I went through it, and how I need to establish myself. And yet, she didn't listen to me. She didn't agree to me. She didn't support me. And she was basically here as an escape. It wasn't about me working with her or her working with me. It wasn't about, you know, the things that I thought. She would come in here and she'd say, well, I don't put deodorant on because it breaks me out. I said, well, I have organic, natural deodorant. Then she goes, well, I don't put it on at night. And I'm like, okay. And then I wake up in the middle of the night, my whole house is musty. Now, I understand the pH balance of a woman. It's a sensual thing for a man and a woman. But I have children in the house. And nobody deserves to smell somebody else's pH balance to the level that it's infused the whole house. So I have to burn incense throughout the night and all that. And I'm like, I'm not going to be in a jail type relationship where she do what she want and I accept. Now, I did something I never did. I let this sister come here when she was on her menstrual, you know, because I usually don't want to see the monster side of a female before I get to see the nice side. But it was an emergency, so I said, you have a safe haven. So she comes here, organic food, natural water, clean bed and sheet, just like you go into a hotel where you pay a lot of money, they don't even cater to you. She had a chauffeur because I'm driving her all over the place, helping her. She had money hidden all over the place. She got checks on cash. She got emergency food stamps and stuff and all that. Didn't put none of that to why she was here. She goes into the shower. She tells me that she was at her family house and they cut off the water. And I'm like, why would they cut off the water while you have to use the bathroom or be in the bathroom and all that? I couldn't comprehend that until she got here. She takes over 60 minutes washing. I have a tank outside that belongs to my house with hot water. And if you are taking a shower and letting that water run for 60 minutes, then it's not going to be enough hot water in the house for other people. And that's very selfish of you. Unless we in a mansion, we got 3 or 4 tanks. But she don't acknowledge that. And I'm like, well, sister, you know, you can't be in there for 40 or 60 minutes, however long it was over 40 minutes. And I said, then she turns the fan off in my bathroom so the circulation don't go out so they could peel the wall and make paint fall and all. I'm like, you know, like, you're not listening. And then, of course, the must issue. And then the argument. From the time she was with me, she was arguing with me. Like, nothing I say was really, she don't say nothing when it comes to I'm doing a good thing or helping her. But she quick to tell me how I'm not doing something, how I'm hard. And you know, when a person, you know, the old saying is, if you come in and you in need and you demanding people treat you a certain way when you ain't giving them shit, then that's the problem in itself. So how the fuck you gonna sit here and tell somebody how they doing this and that, and how they need to act with you if in fact they not doing shit for you. So that shit was crazy. And I'm looking to myself and I'm trying to understand, why am I putting up with this shit? I ain't put up with this shit with my wife, okay? So why the fuck I'm gonna put it up with a potential? Then we got to the level that she didn't even want to basically, okay, you're not gonna eat the apples, baby? Okay, fine. I'm about to give you something else. Okay. Sorry about this. But back to what I was saying. So the situation is, I'm living in a situation where I'm like altering my lifestyle for someone who I don't even know, and she did everything. And quiet as kept, I sensed that she was still doing her thing. Because see, you know, I'm not gonna ever say, well, I can't be with a woman, but if I know she whoring, prostituting, or doing any kind of special services to get money, I'm not gonna tolerate that shit. I'm definitely ain't gonna have that person in my life. And I think she was one of them kind of females, and I sensed that shit. Because it's like she was talking all this shit, and when I said, okay, let's go, it ain't working, because I gave her 3 days of rest, because it took 3 days for her to get here on the bus. So I gave her 3 days of rest, and so she could be able to get ready. But I shared my life with her. Everything I shared with this female, she used against me. Oh, you did this, or you did this, or you did this, or you did that. So this is why you can't get along with this, or this is why that woman, she ain't this and that. I said, you are going to conclusions without recognizing that I'm sharing with you, because I'm sharing my life with you, my story, so you could understand me better. But instead, she wants to basically make a decision. So she calling my ex this and that and other. I have a right to call her whatever I want, because, you know, that's my experience. But she don't know it from Adam. So when I asked her, she need to meet her, and she's like, I don't want to meet her because of this, that, and what you said. I said, well, that's my opinion, that's my anger, and that's my honest opinion about what I'm going through. But she's still the mother of my children, and she like got all irate. Now, peep this. Once I get out of my house, I drive all the way to another city, carry her right to a shelter. I already know she got food stamps and 3 or 4 checks on cash that she got, and I already know she got ID, and she a grown-ass woman. She's 33 years old, so she know how to survive. And I'm like, we not getting along, it ain't gonna work, let's not push it, let's not get to a level where we become intimate in something, and then we go through this. I masseused her. I gave her a $350 masseuse, because I used to be a masseuse. Full body everything. He was stimulator, but it didn't do nothing. You know, really no foreplay or nothing, because I ain't go there with her. But the point is, she was like, oh, so you just go to quit us trying to get together and this, that, and the other. You ain't no man, you ain't no gentleman. Don't be trying to be nice by helping me put my stuff in your car to take me wherever I need to go. I came all the way out here. She came all the way out here on her last. She was escaping from all kind of problems from everywhere. First, she stayed in a hotel when she could have been with her auntie or whatever, and she chose not to, and because she didn't want them to get the money. But then after she was at that hotel so long, she wasn't making no money, and she was running out. Then she went to her auntie. But she gonna give me some song and dance about how you guys are not supposed to be talking, you're supposed to be eating. And I shouldn't be here talking in front of y'all, so you start talking anyway. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So the situation is, she tells me how she, you know, how she put it. The song and dance is that she didn't want to be with her relatives because they didn't give her a key to the house and they was out of town on a vacation. But then I come to find out that her auntie got over cancer a while back and lied. She was basically off work getting all the stuff that she needed, and they never went on a vacation. The husband is a pedophile from what she said, and other family members stay away from him, but yeah, he ain't got in jail or nothing, and he's in the house with young children and stuff. Then she tells me how when she get there and then they, you know, cut off the water and all that. You know, I'm randomly telling you bits and pieces of what happened, but the whole thing was a lot of drama. And I'm trying to figure out for the life of me, why am I wasting time dealing with a female like this when I could do better? And I didn't even go through the part where I court a woman, found out about her. She get her testes done before she come here. She have her names changed when she ready. I have the engagement ring, and we get married through our traditional African way, Nubian way, and we go, everything is focused. I I didn't do that. It was an emergency case. I wanted to help her get established. And it went horribly wrong. Worse than the other one where I caught it and helped, that I thought that she was having sex with her dad.